I made and bedazzled an Our Lady of Guadalupe jean jacket, and I'm going to show you how you can bedazzle something as well. I had this jean jacket hanging around in my closet. I thought that it could use a little bit of love, and I also thought that it could be a fun way to wear my faith, so to say. A couple months ago, I learned how to book bedazzle, and once you learn how to bedazzle, you basically want to bedazzle everything, hence the Our Lady of Guadalupe jean jacket. Bedazzling is a great way to customize something. It would be a great way to customize a gift that you give someone. You can bedazzle books, clothing, keychains. You could bedazzle a prayer card. The sky's the limit, and I'm seriously so excited to see what you come up with. So I'll demonstrate all the steps in today's tutorial. And a big thank you to the viewer who donated the Bedazzling supplies for my art supply wish list. I was so excited that someone saw that on the wish list and was like, yes, I want to bedazzle. So thank you so much. It's a lot of fun, and I just can't wait to show you what it's all about. For this tutorial, you'll need something to bedazzle, bedazzling gems, super glue, a tool to pick up your gems, I'm using a wax pencil, and a sorting tray. You can also buy different sizes of gems. I have some 3mm and 2mm ones that I ordered online. My gems also came with glue, wax pencils, and tweezers to get me started. I've seen something called hot press bedazzling gems online that you can use with a special heat tool, but I'm just using super glue. I figured it would be the most versatile for a variety of surfaces. You don't have to, but I find it easiest to bedazzle directly on top of an image or book title. So before I got bedazzling, I used iron-on transfer paper to transfer an image of Our Lady of Guadalupe onto my jacket. I measured my jacket and printed off test prints to figure out the size I liked the best, and then I printed the image on an iron-on transfer paper. This kind of paper is meant for dark fabrics, and the image didn't need to be mirrored in advance. But if you do a transfer like I did, your paper might be different. I used the print and cut feature on my Cricut machine to cut out the shape and ironed the picture onto my jacket. There were a few areas where the color of the jacket peeked through the transfer, so I just took a tiny bit of acrylic paint and touched it up. So the first thing we want to do is pick the areas that we want to bedazzle. I think I want to bedazzle around the border and maybe do some of these stars. So I need to find a color that matches, and it doesn't have to be a perfect match. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll look at my colors and I'll try to find some options that might look close. Like I'm thinking these 3 or 4 colors here look like they could be a potential good match. But what I can do is I can grab the colors and place them directly onto the color of my jacket that I want to bedazzle, and I can kind of see which color might work out the best. So if I could pick this up, so it doesn't have to be a perfect match, and because I'm bedazzling directly on top of a picture, I'm going to see some of that original image kind of peek through. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe one of these 2 shades might work out the best. So the next thing that I want to do after I get my gems put aside on my tray, and I like to work one color at a time. You can alternate colors. It's totally up to you, but this is just something that helps keep me organized. But once I get the colors put on my tray, then I want to grab my super glue, and I'm going to use this to attach these gems to my jacket or your book or your project. So I want to work in small sections using my glue, and this is the glue that came with my kit. It has a small point on the end, which makes it really great for tiny areas like these lines, or if you're doing like the title of the book, each of those individual letters. So this is a great tool for putting the gems on. And then mine has like a little pin cap, so that's great for keeping it clean as well. what we're gonna do is you're going to take your glue and you're going to put some glue somewhere on your project. So I think I'm gonna do this area right here. I'm just gonna do this first swoop for now. So I'm placing my glue directly on top of that image in just a small amount. Hopefully you can see that a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my tool and my gems. So your gem has a flat surface, which for me it's this black back part, and it also has a domed surface. So we want to use our tool. I have a wax pencil, and we're going to use that tool to push down onto the gem and pick it up. And that little bit of wax, it picks up that gem on that dome side. So I'm going to place this gem directly on top of that super glue, and that creates the first part of my bedazzled jacket. So I'm going to pick up the gem again using my pencil, and I'm going to place it directly onto the glue. So the nice thing about the glue is because it stays tacky, if you don't get it right the first time, you have like a little bit of wiggle room to kind of push the gem into the spot that you need it to go. So if I didn't get it quite right, I can kind of adjust it by pushing it with my tool as needed. I'm just going to continue down that line until I reach the end of that part that I put the glue on. And there's the first little part of my jacket. So I'm going to take my glue again. I'm going to squeeze another row of glue directly on top of this transfer, kind of like this. And when I'm not using the glue, I just put the little cap back on. That way it doesn't get too gunky. And I'm gonna grab my gems and my wax pencil and start to place those on this line. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all the way around the border with these gems, and then I'll see how it looks and I'll decide if I want to add more to fill it in. If we kind of start one row at a time, I feel like that gives us some good wiggle room and gives us time to kind of evaluate as we're working. So another thing I wanted to mention before I continue on with the demonstration is, so the gems I'm using, these ones are 3mm gem, but gems come in different sizes. I also have these 2mm ones, which are quite a bit smaller. Let me see if I can grab one so you can kind of see how teeny tiny these are. So you can tell that these little 2mm gems are quite a bit tinier compared to the 3mm ones. But these ones would be great for smaller, harder to reach spots, like these stars. These stars are pretty small, so that could be a good size if I wanted to do the stars on Our Lady of Guadalupe. Or if I wanted to, this might be a good size for these lines if I wanted to add gems there. We'll see how I feel as I work. But yeah, different sizes can be good for different things. I feel like 3mm is a great size for lots of things, especially for things like books. This was pretty much done all with 3mm gems. It's a great kind of in-between size. Yeah, especially good for books and text. So let's continue bedazzling and we'll move along. Some things to keep in mind: bedazzling takes longer than you may expect it to. When I've done book covers, it can take 1.5 to 2 hours just to get the title and maybe a small element. The entirety of this jacket, from making the transfer to bedazzling it, took me about 2 to 3 hours. If you were doing an entire book cover, jacket, or whatever, expect it to take a while. But bedazzling is nice because it relaxes you and causes you to slow down in a good way. Our lives can get so busy, so slowing down can be a big blessing. So I could have definitely bedazzled a lot more than I did. Like, I could do like these lines or other parts, maybe something like the moon, but I kind of am liking the way it is right now, because I feel like it helps separate the design from the jacket with that border, the edges of her mantle and those stars are all done, and I'm just loving the way it looks. So yeah, you definitely can pick and choose what you want to bedazzle and how much, but I hope that this has given you some inspiration for a bedazzling project that you might want to take on. Thank you so much for following along. I would love to see what you come up with and what you bedazzled, so feel free to tag me on social media so I can see what you came up with. Again, a big thank you to the viewer who purchased the supplies that helped make this video possible, and stay tuned for a future video because I think I want to customize my jacket a little bit more, maybe do some embroidery. So stay tuned for that. I post monthly Catholic YouTube videos here on my channel. And yeah, God loves you very much and he loves your artwork very much. Thank you so much for following along. Bye from me and Scully, and we'll see you in the next one.